Alright, in this video we're gonna do the hand modeling. In this case it's not really a hand. It looks something like, okay, so let me just set the project properly, brother. This was from projects here. Okay, it looks something like this guy here. Alright, so we're gonna do some sort like a glove, so we can kind of omit the part, the fingers here, so we only have a thumb coming out from the side here, and it's a glove that's going to fit snugly into our arm here, okay, or at least the end of the arm. So let's look at it. We're gonna try to achieve something like this. Shouldn't be that hard, but we'll try to keep it simple. Okay, so we're gonna do that now. So I'm gonna get a new scene. First, for that part of the arm, we need a cube, and we also need not a sphere, we need a cylinder. So let's just put it aside. So let's just resize everything dulu. My cylinder, what I plan to do is I think I'll drop it down to 8. You'll see why in a bit. This is similar to doing the legs, the boots, okay, the boots, not really the legs, the boots, the feet lah. Alright, so let me just bring that up to 4. Looks good. So we're gonna rotate it, hold J, and let's rotate it 90 degrees that way. Okay, maybe I'll drop the radius 0.5 ka. Yeah, looks good. And this one here, we're gonna go to the inputs again as well, and let's just increase this to 2. See how that might be too big, so let's go 1.5, maybe 1.5, like that. Sweet. And we'll change the depth, and we'll just move it a bit here. Perhaps it's too big, so let's just 1.25 this guy, something like that. Okay, not bad. Maybe the width can be increased just slightly. Yeah. Depth could be does that look good? Yeah, about that lah. We'll fix it later. Alright. Alright, this looks good. We also don't forget the inputs. How do we determine how many subdivisions we need? I'm just gonna go face mode and delete this guy. Okay, and let's just switch on wireframe on shaded. You see that there's a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 sides. I'm talking about this edges here. That's total of 8, right? Alright, so we need to get the same thing on that part. So to do that, we can use the inputs here, and we want to increase these subdivisions. So I think we need 2 there. It's just here, I'm not so sure. Let me see. If we're gonna go for 8, yeah, let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's already 8 actually. If you don't see what I'm seeing, I'll show you in a bit. But that looks like 8. And we need more resolution here. So let's just add it. I'll say about, that's a good number for now. We'll keep it light. Don't add too much as well. Alright, so why do I say this is 8? I'm looking at these faces. So if you look at here, if I go to edges to edge perimeter, you see it's a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 edges. Right? Right. I could in fact just delete and see how that works. So I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm going to delete these guys. Alright, so they're gonna connect, Should I shape it? Maybe I should. Why not? I'll try to shape it. Or maybe anything. What should I do? Yeah, I think I'll extrude first. So I'm gonna grab the same edges and I will Control E and extrude this guy out. Okay, that looks funny now. So I just go to scale and pull it out. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to combine the two, right? There's several ways to do it. One of the more easier ones is to just use bridge, but I'll think about that later. For now, trying to figure out what to do here. Should I shape it first? Maybe I should. Maybe I'll shape it first. So, but then you won't see the relevance. Okay, I'll just combine it. So I'll select both. Right, so we got holes here. I'm gonna go to mesh combine. So now they are one and the same. And then I will use my what we call target well. Alright, like I said, there's two ways to do this. You can either go select those edges and do a bridge. Right, it works just fine. Although then you have to shape this part. What I want to do instead is I want to use my target well here. So I was in edge mode. So what I do is I'll select each one of this and do something like this. I'll connect the edges so that they end up that way. So everything's welded nicely, one edge to another. It's just you gotta be careful which edges you do. That should connect. So let's see. Let's just double check. Yes, it connects nicely. So we have that now. Everything's fine in the world. Alright, so we're gonna shape this thing a bit. Let's see, what should I do? Yeah, might have been a good idea to do lattice earlier, but we'll see. Maybe I can still save this guy. So I'll go object mode. I want to use lattice. So it's when I was modeling it the first time, I didn't use lattice. So this is my lattice. It looks like that. What do I want to do? Basically, I want to add some subdivisions. So that's 8 there. So let's just drop it down to yep, that's a good number. It matches the shape perfectly. Not that one. Maybe I'll just add 1 there. Alright, cool. I need about that many. Yes, exactly. That really matches the shape, and that looks good. This is my lattice shape. So I'm gonna go to lattice point here. We're gonna shape this guy a bit. So I'll kind of do something like that. It does seem like, you know, why can't I just not use lattice? Yeah, it seems that way, but I think there is a benefit. We'll see in a bit how it kind of behaves. Oh, I should have moved both. Yeah, because this lattice looks exactly the same. I mean, okay, I'll show you how it might benefit this part. So if I were to select these and scale it up, you'll see that, you know, it kind of does that. So it's like a global thing, if you can say that. That's how the lattice works. So for instance, if I say, you know, that part, can you make it smaller? So it kind of affects the whole thing. It's like a cage that surrounds it, and depending on how you manipulate the cage, that's going to tweak your underlying mesh. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll just do manual for this guy. So I'm gonna go to object mode and we'll say, can I delete? It'll go away. So what I'll do is I'll select the one inside and I'll delete the history so that the lattice will go away. Alright, cool. Now I'll just do a manual thing, I guess. So we're gonna shape things. So first things first, we want to get the edges to be a bit more rounded. So I'm gonna select these here. Looks good. Maybe this guy too. Yeah, basically the surrounding parameters. And while I'm at it, maybe I'll just do this as well. Oh, what's the plan? You're wondering. Okay, so I'm gonna, with this selected, I'm gonna go to vertices to verts. All right. So let's see. What if I scale it this way? So it's scaling that part as well. Oh, that's fine, I guess. Not bad. Or maybe I'll use soft selection. Maybe. Yeah, not bad. Okay, and we're gonna scale it this way as well. So we're trying to get it to look a bit more rounder. Maybe we can bring it in a bit more. Okay, not bad. Well, let's just remove that one and we'll bring these guys a bit inside. Yep, not bad. I forgot this guy, so that's fine. I'll just move it in. So it's a lot of pixel pushing now, and I keep the soft selection on. I could perhaps increase it a bit so that it kind of affects the neighboring edges, vertices. So well, I think you'll see by now that when it comes to see, I can't do two things at once. When it comes to character modeling, it's a lot of it is actually pushing points and trying to make it look graceful on all sides. So for instance, I'm doing this right, so I'm trying to make it I think all of this will benefit if they were a bit higher. So I'll just do an edge selection, switch off that one, press B again to get soft selection, and let's just bring it up a bit. These guys could benefit from going in. Yeah. They could also benefit from being a bit more curvy. It says on world. Alright, so we're just gonna curve it a bit more. Yeah, something like that. Do the same thing with the top part here. So we're trying to get the surrounding parts to look. Why is it a bit saying it? Let's see. Oh no, it's not. Okay, that's fine. To look more nice and curvy, so we'll just remove that one. This one. Remove that one. Bring it in. So can you see that now it seems more, how to say, it looks a bit more curvy. We want that curvy lines all over. So I'm gonna bring that in. Okay, now it's kind of breaking up things a bit. So let's see. Maybe I'll just make that guy big, switch off soft selection, bring it in. Yeah, that's a good plan. And I'm gonna select these edges, maybe this one, and we'll slide it up. So I'm using slide edge, which is that guy there. I have a shortcut which is L. Okay, I'm supposed to teach you shortcuts as well, so I'll do that in a different video perhaps. Okay, that's coming out too much, so let's just bring it in a bit. Alright, this bunch could come in as well. Switch on soft selection and let's just bring them in as well. Maybe I'll flatten it in component mode that way, so it feels go component as well, and bring it in. Seems good. That could be a bit more curvy. So slightly adjusting the shapes bit by bit, that's the key to character modeling. fact to any modeling, but more on the character modeling side. We'll go we'll go world and bring it in. If you're wondering how I change, I hold W and left mouse button, that gets me this. So I can change from world object to component at any time. If you have any questions about this, do ask me. For instance, here it's components. I want to change to world. Why? Because then it makes scaling a bit more nicer and easier. Okay, somebody needs to get left behind. It means this one here, that one there as well, and you go in. Yeah, these guys should be one and the same, I guess. Switch off B. Alright, and we'll just scale it in. Maybe I'll just drop down the value, put it here. Yeah. Alright, not too bad. Still not there though. Yeah, it's not so bad. Vertex. It's a lot of work. I do not kid you. This thing's character modeling is a lot of work. I'm not trying to kid you that by saying that it's easy. It is hard. It requires practice. But the more you do, the better you get, and that's the whole idea. So I'm going to use soft selection here, and maybe I'll increase it a bit more, and I want to bring it in like that, so we have a nice, like a palm going on. Maybe that's too much. Drop it down a bit. We go edge mode, switch off soft selection by hitting B, and we'll just bring it up a bit, maybe. Okay, maybe now's the time to kind of, oh, that's kind of protruding too much, so we'll just bring that in. Alright, seems not bad. We got this thing kind of jutting out a bit, so I'll switch on that and get that to influence the neighboring parts maybe a bit more, and so that will kind of move everyone together. Looks sweet. Looks kind of okay. There are parts I need to adjust, in particular maybe you. Maybe not you. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, side edge, we'll bring it up a bit. Just a bit. Alright, and that looks funny. A bit funny. So I think these guys, they need to kind of scale down a bit here, so that it's a bit more rounder. Yeah, it's not so bad. We'll say that's kind of okay. Yeah, it looks like almost the hand that we're trying to model. Okay, that part looks flat. Can you tell? That looks like very flat, that top part there. Let me show you. It's basically here, 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 here. It looks like, you know, it's a plane. So the reason for that is, if you see here, that's very much flat. So we're gonna have to push that up a bit. Right, switch on soft selection. Alright. It needs some angles. So it's missing angles here. Hold on. So I'm gonna do that. What I mean by that is, it's all straight. So we're gonna kind of tweak it a bit. I could use lattice, but nah, I'll just do it manually. By rotation. Alright. So I was looking for these angles which were not present earlier. Maybe that's too much. Some parts could be thicker as well. So shift, comma, and let's just give it one more. Yeah, not bad. It's a bit flat here. And that's due because of this. So I'll just move everyone a bit. Maybe you guys should go in a bit. Yeah. I'll make it a bit fatter here. Alright, push it out. Looks almost okay. Almost good. Almost there. Not there yet, but almost. Okay, we'll say that's okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. That looks like can be organized a bit more. And this part too, so that's just like the edge a bit down here so that it's nice and curved that way. Maybe this guy could curve the other way as well. And you bring it there maybe. Alright. Oh yeah, you know why it's not working? Because it's not curving that way. So let's just do that. Okay, this is a bit tricky. Yeah, something like that. And I'll use, I guess I'll use normal for this. So I put it out a bit. Yeah, it seems a bit nicer in that sense. Can I use normal for this? Yeah, I think I'll just stick to normals here. And make it curvy this way as well. Pull the normals in. One more here. And not so sure where this one should go, so I'll say go in. So that it feels like, you know, it's like the center of the glove. So it's like, you know, there's like a, you know, it kind of recedes in a bit. Yeah, not bad. We'll say that's kind of okay. That looks a bit funny though. So let's just kind of scale that up a bit. Scale that in. Maybe I'll just like this guy somewhere here. I'll add more later on, but for now that looks okay. Alright, we're gonna do the thumb now. So let's just kind of look at this thing closely. The thumb should look more like a, how to say, I'm gonna have to Google that. Thumb. Close up. Oof. Okay. Thumb. Let's get a good picture of a thumb. Yeah, that's not a bad one. This one. Right, they kind of look like, I mean, it's like fleshy down there, a bit rounded, and the top part is kind of flat. Okay, so we're gonna have to shape that here. Imagine that we're gonna use this bunch of faces as a thumb where we're gonna extrude things. So alright, so that, I think I'll leave that for the next part of our tutorial. Okay, see you there. Bye.